Davis, and I teach speech communications at Three Rivers College in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. And I do not ride four-wheelers. They scare me to death, except when I'm in Colorado. For years we've gone to Colorado and put up our cell phones. The internet's gone, no Wi-Fi, nothing but four-wheeling and Fat Boy ice creams at the trading post. We have learned many places to go in Colorado from the people who live there. Today I want to share with you a few of those places as I teach you how to outline your speech. The principles of outlining are a little bit like preparing to go to Colorado for a trip. You put the main things together, you put everything together, and you make a plan, and that's what we have to do. Your plan could either be complete sentence outline, complete sentences in the outline, or it could be keywords and phrases. But we don't ever mix it, except maybe on your speaking outline if your instructor would allow that. The principles of outlining involve singularity. I want you to notice that on every idea, on every Roman numeral, every letter, every number, there's only one idea. That's singularity. We also have consistency because we must have a consistent system of numbers and letters. For example, the key main points are Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 2, and Roman numeral 3. And then all of the sub points are underneath the support for those key main points. So again, it's consistent, A and B, A and B. And then if something talks about that, then we use 1 and 2. If you go beyond that, we use A, B, and C. Adequacy means that we must have at least 2. You can't have an A and no B. You can't have a 1 and no 2. You always have to have, you couldn't even have Roman numeral 1 without Roman numeral 2. So there always has to be 2 or more. I could even have a C or I could have a 3. It could go on down, but it has to be at least 2, and that's what we call adequacy. Uniformity means that you use all keywords and phrases, as I've done here, or you use all complete sentences. And then the ideas should be parallel so they can be remembered. If you'll notice, four-wheeling to fishing holes, four-wheeling to Forest Glens, four-wheeling to Flag Mountain. So in my complete sentence outline that I practiced from, it had all of these words, but then when I get ready to speak, I shortened the outline like this. So we begin by dividing the body of the speech into 2 or more key ideas. And then we add our supporting details. Now when you start any of these main points, you have to remember our 4 S's, and so you need a signpost at the beginning. So I arrange the signpost because every day we go four-wheeling to the fishing holes. They're called the potholes, the first places, because, and it's easy. It's right down a flat land, gravel, and when you get there, the fish are always biting. You can catch plenty. The other place we go is to Spring Creek. So these are the 2 places we go. It's a long, hard ride up over a mountain. That's a long wait for a fish to bite or even to catch one. Now, before you move to point 2, you need a transition. And so the transition that I would put here, we don't write it because it's too long, and you can write it on your outline. When it's too dark to fish, early in the morning or late in the evening, the four-wheelers carry the family to see furry friends. So then I go to point 2, and it makes sense to say at these times, we go four-wheeling to the Forest Glens. In the morning, we see the mighty moose. They're majestic animals, they're monstrous, but they are calm, and they stay, even though they're monstrous, they're very calm. And we can watch them for a while. In the evening, we watch the indescribable elk. They are usually in herds at the edge of the forest near the lake. They are extremely difficult to edge closer to. They run off very easily. Then we would have a transition that says the most fantastic ride that we go on, the longest, very longest ride that we ever go on, usually just once. And it's up a large mountain called Flag Mountain. It's 35 miles from our campground to the base. Now I'm describing Flag Mountain. It's 35 miles to the base of it, It's 13,000 feet above sea level at the top. We ride 5 miles up at a 20-degree ascent. I don't know what you mean that, if you know, but that's about like this. So you lean forward on the four-wheeler all the way. And sometimes if you get in the snow and start to slide off, you're very glad, like my brother-in-law, I have 14 friends there, to push you back up onto the trail so that you don't fall for a long, long ways. Since it is 13,000 feet above sea level, we talk about what happens there. Birds and planes actually fly below where you are standing. My husband has seen a plane fly by. I have not. Once you are up there, the big thing to do is to stand by the American flag and have your picture made. That's proof that you made it to the top of Flag Mountain. Everybody wants that. The Forest Service keeps a good flag up there because the fierce winds will just whip it to death. So they put new ones up very often so that when people go to have their picture made, it always is a brand new flag. And then the fear of that great height and riding up there is what keeps some people from going, like me. I've never been. Now, you have the whole body of your speech outlined, and you are ready to write your introduction and your conclusion.